such as counseling, businesses willing to give them a job so that they can be reintegrated and become the citizens and empowered people that they are. I know what it's like to be a slave. I know what it's like to be a victim. In the 1980s, when this happened to me, there wasn't a word called human trafficking. They didn't even know how to deal with it. Their solution for me was, oh, become a ward of the state and, go to the military and do your thing and forget this ever happened. But the zeitgeist of the times have changed. Worldwide, there is anywhere between 800,000 to 4 million people that are enslaved. We have more slaves today in human trafficking than ever in the history of mankind, even when it was legal during the 1800s. This is ridiculous. It is never right to sell a child for profit. It is never right to rape a child for profit. Human trafficking is that underworld, underground, organized crime that has become a social disease that is wiping us out. And we must take a stand and be the leaders that we are and do not fear. So many people have asked me, aren't you afraid to stand up to the human traffickers? No, I am not. Because they live off of fear. They hope that you'll be afraid so you won't stand up. Only when we take a stand and love, acceptance, and the willing to take a stand can human trafficking become eradicated. Human trafficking is horrendous to the mindset of the victims. I spent over 25 years trying to heal from it, received many degrees in psychology, and sought healing myself. And yes, I still have triggers. Yes, I still have PTSD from it. But I've learned to manage that and become a great empowered woman of San Antonio. To really understand human trafficking is to really understand the mindset of these corrupt people that don't see children as lives, but as a piece of property to be kicked, tortured, and sold. I leave you with this question. How much is your child worth? And I know that we all have arguments with our family or children, but could you imagine them in chains, dirty, sitting there in their own fecal manner and being sold for $100? Because that's all the human traffickers want to do is sell your child or sell your children or sell your family. At what point are we going to allow this to continue? Time is now to fight the shadows of evil and say no more human trafficking. Let's bring home the slaves. Let's make them free. Thank you, and have a great day.
Into black and blue, the pain inside takes over you. You feel like shutting down and giving in. The world seems smaller as the shadows chase the light. The clouds roll in, consume the dead of night. The days are moving by so fast and nothing ever seems to change. And all my dreams, they slowly fade away. You gotta stop and look around, 'cause what's lost cannot be found. The bloody blue skies all come crashing down. At the expense of who you are, you won't get very far by letting go and lowering the bar. Here we go. It was funny games when you first went down and then your whole world flipped. I'm telling you it's time to get a grip. How it goes is up to you. I think I've done all I can do. Even after all you put me through, the days are moving by so fast and nothing ever seems to change. And all my dreams, they slowly fade away. You gotta stop stop and look around, 'cause what's lost cannot be found. The bloody blue skies all come crashing down. At the expense of who you are, you won't get very far by letting go and lowering the bar. Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! I can't imagine what it's like to feel the pain you feel inside. But don't think that you're alone, 'cause you're not the only one. This world's an ugly place without someone to embrace. And I'll never interfere, and I'll always be right. Gotta stop and look around, 'cause what's lost cannot be found. The bloody blue skies all come crashing down. At the expense of who you are, you won't get very far by letting go and lowering the bar, 'cause you're not the only one.
Welcome back to Swinging at Shadows radio show. I'm your host, Will Scoville, and coming up next, I've got a special guest. We've got the lovely Tiffany Brown, the CEO and founder of Affinity Connections. That's right, folks. She's going to hook you up tonight. She's a matchmaker, and we're going to bring her on right now. Welcome to the show, Tiffany.
Hi, Will. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing very well. We're going to talk a little bit about matchmaking, relationships, boy and girl type stuff.
Yeah.
There's one thing I kind of wanted to know, just right off the bat. What are some of the challenges trying to match up, men with women and stuff? I mean, is it easy? Is it hard? I mean, what's the deal?
I think that people really have to decide what it is that they're looking for, and there's definitely lots of challenges. So,
Do you ever get people
yeah.
that actually have maybe a spouse or something, and they're trying to date also?
I haven't had that yet. I think for the most part that anybody who would come to a matchmaker is going to be very serious. So, I mean, it's not typically the type of service someone would come to me and just want to play around, but there's cases that this happens.
I know you probably run into a lot of unique situations. How about maybe a gentleman who's a polygamist? He's looking for sister wives, several wives. Can you do anything with those type of people?
No, I can't do anything with those people. No, I'm just into. I represent, healthy relationships. So my goal is to bring people together for life. I'm not into a whole a lot of different stuff. I mean, I stick to serious relationships, and my ultimate goal is marriage.
Nice. Well, that's the end result right there. If you can make, the love connection with these folks, I mean, that's pretty wonderful. I can imagine. I mean, it for you, is it, kind of rewarding and stuff when you can really put a couple people together and it works out?
I am always more excited. I get very happy, very excited, and, it doesn't always work out. And that's the reality. I mean, some people that come to me haven't dated for many years. So I find that they feel very comfortable having someone to help them through the process and someone they can talk to and someone who is more of a friend. So I just get to document it all and help them out along the way. And it all comes from them. So, I'm not there to judge, and I'm not there to I'm very open-minded, so I will take on certain situations, not with people with, wanting to have a few wives and stuff like that. I don't want to deal with that stuff. But
Well, I mean, I've watched those shows on Bravo and stuff like Sister Wives, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I didn't know it existed.
Down here in the States, we got this little place called Utah, and they're really steeped with that sort of thing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's
That's pretty
pretty.
strange.
Yeah, it is strange. So, how long have you been
That's-
matchmaking? How long have you been in this business?
I've been doing this for 3 years now. 3 years.
Wow.
So I still consider myself new because marriages take time. So, I'm a very hard worker and my clients are very special to me. So, I'm here for the long haul.
Now,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about Affinity Connections.
Well, I do the matchmaking, and I also have coaches that work with Affinity. One of our special coaches is Susan Winter, and she is more, to me, she is just a celebrity goddess. She works for the Huffington Post. She writes books on older women, younger men. She's very educated, smart, beautiful. Um, I'm able to work with her, and I do this because in matchmaking, I tend to deal with a lot of issues with age. So having Susan being able to come in and be able to help someone that needs coaching is spectacular. She's been on Oprah 3 times.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Amazing,
Wait,
amazing
I'm a
lady.
little slow on the draw, but did you say that she wrote a cougar book?
Yeah, she became famous for it. Oprah loves her. She's been on there 3 times. She's nominated, best site. She's just a phenomenal woman.
Now, the clients that you deal with, are they more the upscale, affluent type, or are they just your average Joe, on the street?
I do get both. Um, and the reason is, well, not the average person. I wouldn't say average because, you know, someone who is going to hire a matchmaker is going to be, someone who is a business type, and that's simply because it's like hiring an employee or um, a personal assistant or something like this. So, they have to have a little bit more of disposable income to be able to hire a personal assistant. So it tends to be more of the business class and on the wealthier side.
That makes
Although I
sense.
would like to match everybody no matter what, but I mean it's just not possible.
Now, do you have
Unless
any plans in the future for that sort of thing? Maybe an alternate site or something that people who have maybe less disposable income could get on and find their match?
Absolutely. I have a lot of things that I'm working on, and I will be doing something that's going to be a lot less expensive and really help out singles as well. So I've got a lot of little things that are happening in the making, and I really want to, turn Affinity Connections into a place where, a lot of people can go to and be able to match um, a much larger amounts of people.
Wow, that's great. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a great help to everybody that's looking for somebody, to spend maybe their entire life with. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, and this is what makes me happy the most. So
You know,
that's what I want.
for the
Mhm.
folks that maybe haven't clicked on affinityconnections.com just yet, just to check it out while we're talking to you, because I mean they should. While they're sitting on their computer right now, not really doing anything but listening, they could go to Affinity Connections right now and just kind of check it out and kind of peruse the site. And if they do, I mean, they could go to the About Us and they could actually see a picture of you, which you're a beautiful lady. I'm like, wow. Now you must get guys kind of hitting on you a lot too, because especially probably those guys that are, I don't know, I guess maybe about 6 foot tall, 175 with a mohawk that make documentary films. I'm just wondering, but I mean, do you have problems with that sort of thing? Because you are, a lovely lady. I mean,
Mhm. I am extremely grounded, and not to say that you know, I just really show people how I'd like